Transformers, more than meets the eye. You ready?
Yeah.
Greetings and welcome to episode 6 of the Longbox. I'm Mandy.
And I'm Andy.
Coming to you from Mushyhead Comics with all the comic, entertainment, and geek-filled news for the week of December 17th, 2017. On today's episode, let's talk about all the new details of Fox's fire sale to Disney.
What? Oh man, did I miss that garage sale?
Yeah, you did.
Anything good?
You know what? They didn't even sell what you actually wanted to get, so we'll get into that.
Oh.
Then, we will give you a brief spoiler-free review of The Last Jedi. But first, let's get the rundown on all the graphic goodness in stores December 20th. Andy, what should we pick up this week?
Yeah, Andy, where are you?
Get on board the comic train. Woo woo.
No, we got a freight train up in here.
Andy, please don't blow our ears out. Thank you for coming. Have a nice day.
Nah, I'm gonna blow everybody.
That is not what you meant.
Away! Away!
Sure.
Okay. New number ones out this week are Backways number 1 from Aftershock Comics, Eternal Thirst of Dracula from American Mythology Productions, How the Trump Stole Christmas, Antarctic Press. Did I mention he's orange? Instead of green, he's orange. And then and then the second cover for this is a gold foil.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Why do people keep making things about Trump?
Because they are making fun of him.
Oh.
Think about this. He is not getting paid for this, but people are making money off of him.
I'm sure his lawyers are getting paid because he's trying to sue everybody. Okay, go.
Jim Henson's The Storyteller Fairies from Boom Studios. Joe Gollum, Occult Detective, Flesh and Blood from Dark Horse Comics. Hellboy, Krampusnacht, Dark Horse Comics. 30 Days of Night, IDW Publishing. Sasanistas, IDW Publishing. The Comic Book History of Comics, Comics for All, IDW Publishing. Donald and Mickey Quarterly Treasure Archipelago, IDW Publishing.
I'm sensing a trend.
Rom and the Micronauts,
IDW Publishing.
Ding ding ding. Wormwood Gentleman Corpse, Christmas Special, IDW Publishing. And that's all of them! Curse Words Holiday Special, Image Comics. Catalyst Prime Summit, Lion Forge. Marvel 2-in-1 from
Marvel Comics.
X-Men Grand Design, Marvel Comics. And finally, Quantum and Woody from Valiant Entertainment. And for my pick of the week, Dark Knights Metal number 4.
Oh my.
Because it's awesome.
Um.
Somebody had to think so.
So, obviously, my list is short because I suck as a human. Harley Quinn, number 33, is on my list. It has been...
Dude, you suck.
Shh. You stop it. You're so bad. Stop it. Okay, so Harley's been pushed the last 2 weeks, so we're actually going to get 3 issues in January. This is going to be Aftermath Part 2. They said the election would change Harley's life forever, and they weren't kidding. For one of the people closest to her, it ended their life. And in the secret origin backstory, we'll learn how the incredible Eggy becomes the man, egg, he is today. I like cover B by Frank Cho, 'cause I like my Chos. It is the Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday cover special. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it like a play on the A Christmas Carol kind of theme?
Yeah, and he drew her thick.
It's the holiday eating.
Girl got some hips.
More pushing. Oh, come on.
For the cushion.
More pushing.
For the cushion, but you said it wrong. It's more cushion for the pushing.
Oh, we said it last.
I know, but I only want to sound...
No, I can provide more pushing for the cushion.
I only want to sound like the blonde that I am only twice an episode, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay. More cushion.
For the pushing.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I also had Backways #1 on my list.
There is a hidden nation, a nation of magic and madness, one that exists in all the forgotten spaces. Your basement, your attic, the haunted house down the street. Any one of those might be part of the Backways. Anna Merrick lost someone in the Backways, and she'll stop at nothing to get them back, even if it means unleashing something unimaginable.
Dun dun dun!
From writer Justin Jordan, Dreyer Green Lantern New Guardians, and artist Eleonora Carlini, Batgirl and Doctor Who. This sounds like Saturday Night Live now.
It does kind of.
Comes the brand new series of magic, mystery, and mayhem that is sure to appeal to the fans of Harry Potter and the Chronicles of Narnia. No? Okay.
Beautiful. Cover A is very interesting. I am almost certain it has all the characters, or all the characters they want you to know about on the cover. There's like Manora's mask, like kneeling in the front. There's like a creepy demon looking dude. There's some birds. I mean, it's pretty intense. There's a lot to take in.
Isn't a menorah the Jewish candle thing?
Well, happy Hanukkah. We're almost there.
Wait, I thought we were already there.
No, today is not the last day because we're not recording on Tuesday. Shut your face hole, God.
Oh, so I can't finish the show?
Anyway, would you like to say anything about this book?
Yeah, you are well spoken.
Excellent.
Very interesting.
So, moving on to our yay covers for the week. I had Dark Knight's Metal #4, cover C, the Jim Lee variant. I also had cover D by Tony Daniels as my honorable mention.
Yeah, those were my pick was the Francesco Mattina variant, which is an exclusive. I'm not sure whose exclusive is, but the art speaks for itself. Mic drop.
Hey, babe.
Yeah.
Your brown is showing.
Oh, is it?
Next on our list was Old Man Logan #32. Cover A by Mike Diodato was Andy's pick, as well as mine.
Yeah, for the same reason. The dude can't miss.
Yeah, he really can't. And I also had cover B by Chris Burnham, the Dark Phoenix variant, as my honorable mention.
I bet it's Burnham.
Burnham? Burn 'em down, baby.
It's English. You know, you just throw letters in there and then don't pronounce them.
No, because then it would be Burham. Yeah, because if we're skipping letters because we're gooder at English, we would just say Burham. Anyway.
I didn't say you had to skip multiple letters. We're only skipping one.
Pretty.
Duh.
And last but not least, Spider-Gwen #27, the Yasmin Putri Dark Phoenix variant cover.
Did you just spit?
Putri.
It's Yasmin Putri.
You went real wide on that one. I'm gonna need you to calm down.
It's the Dark Phoenix variant.
If you haven't seen this cover, you really need to check it out. There's like a blue phoenix and she's on a telephone pole and it's just epic.
Yeah, this was actually, I was on board with this pick also.
Yeah. See, I have some good ones every once in a while.
Again, we're Spider-Gwen fans.
Every dog gets a bone. Every blind squirrel gets a nut.
And for my picks, or my yay covers, Betty and Veronica, Vixen's #2. I actually picked cover A and B. Cover A is by Sanya Anwar, and cover B is by Ava Cabrera.
I think I like B better.
Yeah, it's a little different than the covers they had last time, but they still have the same feel. I'm not really sure what it is I like about them, but my eye sure does like them.
He sure done did's good, Paul.
Okay, and then I also have Generation X #85. It's the Lenticular Homage variant by Harvey Talbot. I like this one mostly because it's an homage or an homage to the first issue of Generation X back who knows when. All I know is I was a kid when I bought that issue, so it's a nostalgia pick.
Dang, that must be old.
They can't see it, but I am staring you down hard right now.
We're like a year apart. I can't even. Okay, go ahead. Next. I'm getting the stank eye over here.
Then, Incredible Hulk number 711. Cover B by Marco Cicchetto. And cover C, the Phoenix variant by Dan Mora.
You know what I really like about the Phoenix variant on the Incredible Hulk and Old Man Logan? Both characters look like they're in pain, like the Phoenix is burning them from the inside. Well, last but not least, I have a no thank you cover. Marvel's, girl, you shouldn't have gone there.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
No time. Marvel's 2-in-1, number 1, the McCone headshot variant. No thank you. What the hell is happening with his head?
Well, first it's a floating head. I don't know that that's a turnoff.
Okay, but here's my thing. McCone is a good artist. We like a lot of stuff that he does. There are several...
Not the headshots.
Huh?
Huh? What?
What'd you say?
Not the headshots.
That's true. There's probably a handful of the headshots that we actually like, but this one is not one of them.
Oh, yeah.
You know what it looked like for me today? It looked like he was wearing a hard hat almost.
Oh, yeah. The condom head thing.
Yeah, the condom head thing. What is that? Like his temples? Okay, I can draw a head. I can draw eyes. Not so great at the nose, but that's a whole other thing.
So you can't draw humans.
No, I can
You
draw
draw
a face.
Voldemort's.
Yeah, Voldemort's. I like Van Gogh. He's my inspiration. You just draw him without a face. But
Van Gogh!
Van Gogh! But, yeah, I don't think I would have done this bad. It was like the weird, like, giraffe neck, deformed hand on the Spider-Gwen.
Oh
we could
my
throw that
God,
cover
don't
back up
even-
again.
Don't even. That was the thing's hand.
I don't know what was happening. Okay, are you good?
Baby, I'm always good.
We good here, bro? We good?
Yes!
Okay. Are you mad, bro? You need to take a survey?
Yeah. 2 questions only, though. That's my max.
And obviously, since you're in the friend zone, there will be links to check out all the books, including variants and exclusives, on our website.
Yeah, and you're going to stay in the friend zone.
So, the results are in of the 21st Century Fire Sale to Disney. And it's offering us new details of what we might be able to look forward to in the next 12 to 18 months.
Yes. Thank you, Mandy. And now for the weather.
Break it out for us.
Oh, okay. Yes, the deal was finalized at $52.4 billion. It was a majority purchase of 21st Century Fox, which includes 20th Century Fox, FX Networks, National Geographic Partners, regional sports networks, and their international networks.
That's a lot.
Yes. 21st Century Fox is comprised of the Fox Entertainment Group, which consists of all those other properties up there,
okay.
plus Fox Television Network, plus the Fox News channels, among other assets that are less known. But out of all of that, the things mentioned before were what was divvied up to Disney.
Okay.
Because it did not include the national sports network like FS1, FS2.
Okay. Offering a correction to what we said previously, Disney does get the regional Fox sports networks, like Fox Sports Southwest, and the Yes Network, which I guess is the Yankees television network.
Yes.
Okay. Also, additionally, in contrast, Disney only paid $4 billion for Marvel. And do you remember when we thought that was a lot? Like, do you remember? You remember when that news broke?
And then what else did you say? And then what else? Lucasfilm for what?
Lucasfilm was $4 billion. So when they bought Marvel, when they bought Lucas, we were like, man, that's a lot of money. But $52.4 billion?
So Disney bought Marvel and Lucasfilm for a total of $8 billion.
Right.
And they just purchased all of this Fox property for $52.4 billion.
Whack, yo.
Yeah, but it makes sense because it is a huge library.
No, it's a big portfolio. I'll give you that. I just feel like it's a lot. We did previously talk about the properties that Disney is acquiring, which includes Avatar, Planet of the Apes, the X-Men, Deadpool, Gambit, X-Force, X-23, and the New Mutants, which is in theaters in April.
But now, what are some of the stuff we didn't point out?
But now, in this deal, Fox is selling their 30% stake of Hulu.
And Disney already owns 30%.
Giving them 60% of Hulu now. They're going to be waging a streaming battle with Netflix.
Yeah, which we already knew. Disney was looking to compete with Netflix. I mean, they've talked about getting their own streaming network. And I think this is part of that plan to make it happen. They may not use Hulu as their streaming network, but now they have access to all the resources they need to make that streaming network happen. I mean, we're already hearing complaints, though, that if they start showing any kind of favoritism or start doing exclusive things that kind of lean towards themselves, a lot of these other networks that stream on Hulu will probably jump ship.
Okay, but here's what I would like to say. Hulu doesn't have a catchy phrase like Netflix and chill. Like, Hulu is never going to be Netflix. And even if Disney takes it and rebrands it and puts a new label on it and makes it some kind of like family-friendly streaming network, it's not going to be, no one is going to get rid of Netflix. Netflix users are hugely territorial.
Well, okay, Netflix is necessary no matter what because it has to be a competition.
Oh, right. No, I'm not saying that they're going to go away. I'm just saying us as a consumer, like you and I, we're not ever going to get rid of our Netflix. Well, unless they go downhill, which I doubt. But
Hulu with Sulu.
Yeah. Also, Hulu just recently upgraded their Roku interface. I'm not digging it. This whole minimalist, weird color, psychedelic thing that's going on, I don't like that. Just give me a list of shows.
I actually don't know what that's all about because it's only on yours. We have 3 Rokus here at this apartment and none of them have the same interface as yours.
And my phone is the same way. If I get on my Hulu app on my phone, it's weird like that. I don't like it. I don't like change. Stop changing my stuff. I just want to watch The Handmaid's Tale in peace.
Okay. Oh, well, Disney now owns them. Ha! Well, has controlling interest in it.
Do you think the majority of the Disney company is Republican or Democrat?
I have no idea, actually.
Do you think
what
it's
does that matter? Why are we talking about
because The
politics?
Handmaid's Tale is kind of where I was going.
I don't know.
A dystopian society.
I don't know, but the consensus is that Disney does not need to meddle with Hulu. Let them be. Mm-hmm. Get your money. Use it to play some of your stuff. Get their resources. Strip them naked.
I was wondering where you were going. I was like, what is happening?
Get them for all they're worth. And for another correction, we're not completely sure on this, but from what we can tell, Fantastic Four is not a Fox property.
What?
It looks like the film rights actually belong to Constantine Films. They had a partnership so that Fox would produce and distribute the Fantastic Four films, but they still belong to Constantine Films. I mean, I think that does give Fox partial ownership, though, to the properties that were made, to the movies that were made, and the distribution rights. So that goes to Disney. But I'm not too worried about it, though, because if Constantine Films was willing to make a deal with Fox to make these films, I don't see why they wouldn't either sell their rights to Disney or, partner with them to, further the
Disney's
property.
popping Cristal, making it rain up in here. Like, they're willing to just fork out the money for whatever they want at this point. So I've never heard of Constantine Film. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sure they've made things that I like, but at the same time, they're not a big name like Fox, so they're probably willing to take a smaller payout.
If you saw their production logo that pops up at the beginning of films, you would probably actually remember it. Because I know I have, but then again, I'm visual.
No, like I said, I'm sure I've seen things that they've made. I'm just saying they're not. I almost said Dreamweaver. What's the one?
Dreamcatcher?
The production company.
I don't know. What are you talking about? Oh,
DreamWorks.
DreamWorks.
Fox, Disney. But again, like I said, I'm sure I've seen it. I'm sure they make things that I've seen and enjoyed. I'm saying the name and the notoriety is not there. So if Disney decided to throw $4 billion at them for the rights to Fantastic Four, I'm pretty sure they'd sell out too.
Yeah, but they wouldn't. I don't think they'd I don't think they would try to buy it for $4 billion.
I understand that. I was just throwing a number out there. Jeez. Get off my back.
Big number. Cushion for the pushing.
So, Andy, did you know
Yes.
that Fox owns the property for Firefly?
Wait, like the bug?
No, like Serenity Firefly.
Shut up.
So, in this Fox purchase, we would get the Whedonverse.
My question, though, on that is, it's like you said, obviously the property was distributed and produced by Fox, like the Fantastic Four. But are the rights, I mean, do they get the rights, or does that belong to Joss Whedon's production company? Because I know Joss Whedon's production company was involved in pretty much everything that was done through Fox, which is, like you said, Firefly, Serenity. Oh, actually, Serenity, the movie, was produced and distributed by Universal. But then there's Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Angel, and Dollhouse.
What's his name? David
Ooh.
Boreanaz.
Boreanaz?
David Boreanaz is getting old. We ain't getting an Angel.
Yeah,
I'm just
we
saying.
are.
No, we're not.
Yeah, first vampire to age.
Ooh.
Him and, what's his, David
Spike.
Masters? James Marsters.
Marsters. I think Firefly would be a great addition to Disney.
See, that is, I'm sorry. I was going to say, that's definitely a property that fits the Disney feel.
Yes.
The humor and the action.
We would get Kaylee. We would get Wash. We would get Zoe. We would get Jane. We would get Malcolm. We would get Concubine. I forget her name. She's Deadpool's wife, so we're getting her anyway.
Wash died.
That we could bring him back.
Yeah, we will.
Preacher, not so much, but we gotta have Wash.
No, we need the Preacher. We need them all.
But isn't Preacher dead in real life? The actor that plays him? Didn't he die?
Did he?
Pretty sure he
Don't
did.
tell me that.
I'm sorry. Didn't mean to kill
You're
your
ruining
dreams.
my dreams. CGI his ass in there.
We're not Carrie Fishering this.
Oh, and you completely forgot about River and her brother.
Ever. Oh my god.
Summer Glau.
Oh my god, I want River.
I did forget to. I don't know how I did that, because I watched it for River,
She's not really your... well, I guess she's white.
Damn!
It's like, she's not really your type.
Yes, he's dead.
Told you. But he died in the show too, didn't he?
And he was Shepherd.
Shepherd, Preacher, same thing. Jane called him Preacher, didn't he?
They did call him Preacher every once in a while.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was Shepherd.
Okay, it was Shepherd. But anyway, so he can't come back. But Wash's death was a little suspect, so we might be able to bring him back.
How did you know this? When did you hear about this?
I don't know. It's been a while. Why?
Oh, yeah, it has been a while. Sorry, wrong year.
God!
It's been just over a year.
Back up off me.
He was 71, though.
Yeah, he was getting old, honey. They can't live forever. They gotta die eventually.
No.
Yes. I lost Carrie Fisher.
Hey.
You lost Shepherd. You'll be fine. We'll move on.
This is exactly why they need to quit fucking waiting and film this shit already, because people are going to keep dying and they're only going to get older.
Oh my god. You said a bad word. This is family friendly zone.
Okay,
Yes. They need to reunion. No.
They need to family friendly this, family friendly stuff. And because they're getting old.
You need to
and they're going to die.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Harrison Ford to kill over. He's looking pretty bad.
Why do you think he's doing all these reboots and remakes?
Oh my god.
Because he's like, I ain't gonna last forever. What did they say? He's like, are you just gonna remake every property that you did? And he's like,
yeah.
Hey Adam, what's your question?
It's for Harrison Ford. Is your life goal to reboot every major franchise you helped to create? Like Blade Runner.
You bet your ass it is.
I don't think there's any better answer than that.
yes. I love the look on his face, though. It was like, no shit, Sherlock.
Like, if they're gonna pay me, I'm gonna do it. Anyway, let's talk about the other properties that we're gonna get.
Which are?
Die Hard.
Ooh.
Aliens. So we'll get Queen Alien. Disney Princess. Predator.
No, that wasn't very good.
No, it wasn't very good. It sounded like a cat choking on something. We get Predator. The Kingsman, Home Alone, Night at the Museum, Ice Age, which is perfect for Pixar. Just saying, nobody get your butt hurt on that one. Dr. Dolittle, Alvin and the Chipmunks, which I'm not excited about. Please don't remake that. The X-Files.
They won't remake it. They'll just continue the sequels.
Please don't.
Alvin and the Chipmunks. Go to Disney World.
Unless you're going to bring back Jason Lee, and then I'm on board. Whatever. X-Files, which they could give us an animated series, which would be awesome.
What?
24.
You realize the series is still going, right?
Yeah, I know. Mulder and Scully are together again. I don't understand. Like, those people should have been dead. The government should have killed them years ago. I don't understand why they're still going around talking about conspiracies.
Because they did exactly what they needed to do to protect themselves. They did not keep their mouths shut.
We are also going to get... Disney is also going to acquire The Simpsons and Family Guy.
Yeah!
Okay, so... The Simpsons are not family friendly. And I have no real nostalgic value in The Simpsons because I was not allowed to watch it as a child.
I grew up with them.
But I'm telling you right now, Family Guy is not family friendly. There's a pedophile. There's a sexaholic. There's a gay baby. I don't know what's happening over there, but I got popsicles in my basement is all I'm saying.
But you know what? This is why this gives them all the more reason paying Fox networks so that they can show this stuff.
I got some candy in my pocket.
Ooh, really? Let me feel. Kinda soft.
I got some popsicles in my basement.
Well, let's head right on down. What are
And
these
I love how he's
chains?
always like, no, thank you. And he just like trots off. Like he doesn't even understand what's happening. No, thank you.
I can't do it. I'm
No,
not
you-
Seth Green.
I say that all the time. Like people will come into my office at work and they'll say something and I'll be like, I've got some popsicles in my basement.
Okay, and also for the international part, they have acquired a 40% stake in Sky. Like, okay, most people here are not going to know what that is, but it's UK's largest digital subscription television company. They provide television, broadband internet services, fixed line, and mobile telephone services. Fox had actually previously tried to purchase a majority share of Sky in early November, which, as we can see, it didn't go through. But this would give Disney a bigger stake in the worldwide...
Domination. Arena.
Yes, in the worldwide arena. That is perfect. There you go. And then also with that includes the National Geographic Channel properties, which that is national and worldwide programming.
This only further fuels Walt Disney's world domination plan, since its head is frozen in Disney World, and we will soon get his resurrection.
I think that's why they wanted Star Wars, because it's like, hey, this is like our biography. You know, we're the Empire. We will crush the rebels. Rebel scum!
They're the Genesis group in Handmaid's Tale. My eyes have been opened.
No, they're not religious enough.
I wonder if they froze Hef.
No, just his penis.
Oh my god. It couldn't have been that great. Did you see how many wives that man had? Couldn't keep anybody satisfied.
I don't think it was about him keeping them satisfied.
I don't know. There was some
No,
attractive.
I know, but I'm not saying that his concern was keeping them satisfied. I'm saying his concern was keeping himself satisfied, you know, which is why he went through wives, because he got bored.
Well, Fox has a lot.
Wives?
And it makes you a lot of properties. So Disney's getting a lot. And it kind of makes you wonder, what happened? Like, Fox has FX, Fox has The Simpsons, which has a devout following. I mean, that show's been on as long as Sesame Street at this point. They've got, you know, all the movies. Die Hard. I watch Die Hard like a Die Hard fan.
That's a real Christmas movie.
Heck yeah. We've got 24, which was a great television show. The X-Files. Like, where did their money go? You know what it was? It was the damn sexual harassment crap going on at Fox News. That's what cost them.
Paying all the settlements.
Oh my god. That had to have been billions of dollars.
Yeah, so they might come out even. Last Jedi.
And because we want to make everyone mad at us, we loved The Last Jedi. And you can take your negativity and shove it.
Where the sun don't shine. Unless you're naked, and then it kind of does shine there. And if you bend over and aim it right at the sun.
Why would you do that?
So that this phrase wouldn't make sense.
So you.
Just to spite the phrase, yes.
You're such an a-hole.
that the sun shines on.
Overall, the movie was good.
It's awesome.
It had good flow. It had good
flow.
throwbacks.
Good
It had
throwbacks.
good future development.
Good future development.
Please stop.
What? I'm being funny.
So, I feel like you can never make everyone happy. There are people that want us to only focus on the original trilogy, and you can't do that because we have to keep moving forward. Then you have the people who don't want us to throw back to the original trilogy at all. Like they just want it to be new characters every time. And I don't feel like you can do that. You have to have that historical data. People are always going to bring up Vader because it's like Hitler. You're not going to get away from Vader. You're not going to get away from Palpatine. You're not going to get away from Luke and Han and, you know, D-Day and all that good stuff.
It is forever part of their history.
Correct. So these people that are coming at me with, well, nothing was fresh, nothing was new. There was plenty of new stuff in The Last Jedi. Plenty.
And I was the same way. It gave us plenty of humor. I felt like this was the most humor we had in Star Wars.
It was over the top at times, but I laughed every time,
Yes.
so it's fine.
Okay, some of the biggest complaints: doesn't answer questions. Okay,
Was it supposed to?
well, here's the thing. There was a lot of build-up before the movie. You know, people with these... You know, kind of like Game of Thrones. People come up with all of these theories about every little piece of property that was shown in The Force Awakens. You know what I mean? We had Snoke. We had Rey's lineage. You know, who was the Last Jedi? Those are three that I can think of off the top of my head. And then, you know, like they Game of Thrones that and completely came up with these huge theories about how everything's going to happen this way. This is going to happen here because of this and this. Oh, and in the books, this was this. So that's who this probably is. Well, guess what? It doesn't always work out that way. And when it doesn't work out that way, doesn't mean you should get mad about it. Like, you were wrong. Get over it.
Yeah, but I feel like that argument is true even with the original trilogy. Although you didn't have anything to compare it to and you didn't really have anything to like go with it, I'm sure people in like 78 and 80 and 83 were like coming up with theories of like, oh, you know, I bet Han's gonna do this, or I bet Luke and Leia are gonna end up together, and then spoiler alert, they're brother and sister. You know, it's like you really can't know what something is doing unless you are the writer on the movie, and then you are sworn to freaking secrecy. So good luck with you there.
Yeah, but I think with, you know, it being the internet age, people take it to a whole new level compared to what, you know, compared to any other time.
No, I would agree with that. I mean, it is a whole other level of hate, but I'm just saying people are stupid.
But this movie does some magnificent things with the story. I mean, we can't discuss them, but
We'll discuss them next week
Yeah.
because we just want to give people a chance to actually see the movie before we put out the spoiler. Like, I really freaking hate that like 90% of my news feed now is spoilers on Last Jedi, spoilers on da-da-da-da. The Last Jedi doesn't give a crap what you think about them.
yeah,
Like,
give people the Christmas week to get to watch it. And if you haven't watched it by then well, we're spoiling it for you, okay? And I also hated that a lot of the reviews basically said there was no character build. I felt like that was just a general statement just to say they didn't like it, because I'm like, what? Like, there was 2 new characters this whole thing. We already know the other characters. We still discussed their histories. What else did we need to build? And I feel like a lot of the moments in the movie kind of showed you who the characters were. Like, who they really were.
yeah, like I felt like I got a lot out of Finn. I got a lot out of Finn this episode. I learned a lot about Rey. And by the end of the movie, Rey learned a lot about herself.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, the whole thing was a character build for several characters.
We got Rose, Tico, and I think she was one of the better characters in that whole movie.
And right off the bat, you know, with her introduction, we knew kind of who she was already.
Yeah, we knew a lot.
How deep do we have to go?
And she developed over time. Every little
Yes.
piece of herself that she gave us throughout that movie, you knew exactly who she was. Like, I feel like she and I are like BFF. Like, she's my new Leia. I am down with Rose. Oh, I almost spoiled. But I'm just saying, I look forward to seeing where that goes. If that goes somewhere.
Yeah. Okay, and then also they're saying that plot points are silly and go nowhere. Yes, there were silly moments. There were moments that, you know, seem like they're pointless. But when you really look at them, you're like, no, this is what is what the whole movie's about. This is the impact it's having. This is what they're doing. This is why they're doing it.
Does nobody remember the hut scene in Empire Strikes Back? Was it necessary for Yoda to make fun of Luke for like a solid 30 minutes of the movie? No, it was not. Like, he literally beat up Luke and made fun of him for I don't know how long, and then finally said, "Oh yeah, you're right, I'm Yoda. I'll show you how to use the Force." Like, I don't understand people.
You talking about Yoda was making fun of him?
Yeah, Yoda
Said hut.
in the hut.
I didn't catch
Because Luke
Yoda.
goes to find Yoda, and they're in the little hut.
No. I was lost though because I was like, who are we talking about?
No, not Jabba the Hutt. We're talking about Yoda the Hutt. Anyway, I honestly feel like there are certain people that are going to find an issue no matter what it is. Like the prequels. I am so tired of defending the prequels to people. Why am I the only one in this whole Star Wars universe that understands that those movies were rubbish, but we needed them?
Yeah.
They're important.
They were essentially a visual for the origins of a lot of these characters. I mean, we kind of already knew some of the stuff, and like I said,
Yes.
it's a visual. But it gives you something to hold on to distinctly because it's visual.
Well, and it goes back to Rogue One. I remember when Rogue One first came out, people were asking why we needed Rogue One.
And the same thing.
You need Rogue One because we need to know what happened between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. Like, Leia just shows up in super space. Vader's like coming at her. Like, what happened? Who did what? Why does she have the plans of the Death Star? Where did these come from? Like, I don't understand what's happening right now.
Yeah, like we knew, Rebels had somehow obtained it, but
Right.
it gives you a whole new appreciation for the efforts.
And because of that movie, I have a replica Jen Erso jacket. And thank you, because I needed that in my life.
Okay, and for my written review, I concluded that all in all, Rian Johnson paves a new path for Star Wars. A path that not everyone agrees on, but a path nonetheless. The movie is beautifully imaginative and unpredictable. The acting is on point, and the humor gives you time to relax and breathe from the anxious arrival of the climax. To truly enjoy the movie, throw away all your inclinations and expectations and just let it entertain you.
It's a movie.
I give this one 4 out of 5 stars.
I also gave it 4 out of 5 stars. And I come at this from watching the originals with my dad when I was 4. Like, I anxiously awaited every Star Wars that ever came out after that point. Like, when I was a teenager, like, I think I was 18, 19 when Phantom Menace came out. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to see that movie. I didn't care if it sucked. And even when the next one came out, I went to see it because I wanted to see it. It doesn't matter. Lucas could give me complete trash, like Ewoks on Endor or whatever, and I am still gonna see it. It doesn't matter. This is my franchise. It's like Batman.
I'm the fan though that was like, from seeing the trailers, I was like, wow, this looks like garbage. But again, I do love the Star Wars idea. I love the story. I love the concept. I didn't go to theaters to watch it simply because I didn't think it was worth watching in theaters. Simply because it did not look like a good production. But I did watch it. And now that I know what happened, I'm done with it. You know what I mean? Like, I read the book. I don't need to read it again.
Yes, but I'm not a Fairweather fan. Like, even if they gave me a terrible, that's what I'm saying though. Even if I'm not saying that you are.
No, I don't know what a
that
fair
some
weather
of these,
thing is.
Huh?
I don't know what that phrase meant.
Fairweather fan. It means you only like it when they're doing good. Like the Dallas Cowboys. I'm only a fan of the Dallas Cowboys when they're winning. No, you're either a fan or you're not a fan.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where you're tired of watching them lose, so you don't watch it, but you still hope they win.
No, you watch every year and you yell at Jerry Jones because he sucks, and you need a new team, and you're tired of Tony Homo, and you will need a new quarterback, and you don't want to deal with freaking Ezekiel Elliott anymore. You just want a damn football team that will give you a championship. I want my 6th ring. Where is my 6th ring? That's how I feel about Star Wars.
Oh, man. See, but that's why I say, I will never call myself a true Star Wars fan, even though I love the franchise, okay? But that's why I don't appreciate every property. So which says more about the fact that I love this movie because it was done well. If it wasn't, I would tell you.
I also gave it 4 out of 5, only because I thought it could have been a little bit better. I was close to the 4.5, but I really don't. It's a solid 4 for me because there were a couple of points which I can't spoil today, so we'll totally get into that next week. There were a few items that I thought could have been done better, but there was one particular scene where Rey is on her existential crisis.
Yeah, that's what my 4 out of 5 is about too. There are scenes that could have been better. Yes, they were necessary. They weren't horrible, but they weren't great either. But they were necessary, and I appreciate them for what they are. I mean, it's not like it was the whole movie. It's just small parts.
I think the scene that pushed me to my 4, because I probably was at more of a 3.5, was the battle scene and the psych out that we got.
Oh.
Dude.
Okay, that's...
Seriously?
No. Yeah, we're going to say something, so...
No, I know, but
we will totally talk about all that next week.
Honest to God, if you have not seen this movie, even if you're not a Star Wars fan, you should go and appreciate all of the little hidden nuances that we got in this movie.
And it deserves to be seen on the big screen.
Oh my gosh, so does. We saw it in standard and in IMAX, and I'm telling you right now, the IMAX was amazing. It was good in standard too, but...
I can only imagine the 3D. We might go watch it 3D for the Christmas break.
Oh, we really? All I can say is that DVD and Blu-ray is going to be in my collection. I got 2 of the damn movie theater collector's edition buckets and cups. Like, my Star Wars shelf is getting so full, I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up with a Star Wars room. Like, I've got so much. Not even kidding.
Is that where you're going to keep me?
Yeah, I just put you in my Star Wars room.
What's it called again? The Han Solo thing? The carbon freeze? You're going to carbon freeze me?
No. I watched this interesting thing. Okay, so there's this thing on Facebook where IBM and Star Wars do like this little skit about technology and things like that. And they tried to compare the carbon freeze to like the inside of a baby diaper.
Ew.
So they like filled a tank up with a guy and they poured water in like that baby diaper gel stuff and tried to like make him into like a mold.
Because the baby diaper stuff repels the water or whatever.
Correct, and it would harden on the outside but still keep you intact on the inside.
Gotcha.
So that was the comparison. But I'm like,
for some reason,
ew.
when you said baby diaper, I automatically thought used baby diaper.
Yeah, no. No, that silicone gel stuff that's on the inside.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, ugh,
and how it all expands and gets all fluffy. And
yeah, I'll try to find the video and link it so people can see it. But like the tank exploded and there was baby diaper stuff everywhere. And then the people that were doing the episode was like laying in it and making like baby diaper angels. It was so weird. I was like, what is happening? I don't understand.
You gonna cry?
I was totally gonna cry. I don't understand why you would want to be a baby diaper goo. Okay, do we want to go through some of this other stuff?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now that we've discussed how we feel about the movie, now we'll discuss how everybody else felt about it. Okay, first off, there was a little bit of controversy with it because Rotten Tomatoes came out and said 93%. So everybody's like, oh yeah, that means the movie's great. Awesome. And then after it comes out, the user ratings were at 56%.
As of today, it had already dropped down to 55.
Oh, okay, so just for comparison reasons, Rogue One on the tomato meter was 85%, with user reviews at 87%. The Force Awakens tomato meter was 93%, user ratings 88%. And if you want to go by the stars, Force Awakens 4.3 stars, Rogue One 4.2 stars, The Last Jedi 3.3. Okay, something seems a little hinky though with that, because after seeing the movie, we were like, there's no way that many people did not like this movie. So we looked into some of the other reviews. And that brings us to Cinema Score. Okay, now these are scientific, statistically accumulated audience exit polls that studios can take to the bank and which they rely upon to deconstruct various elements of a film's opening. So in other words, they do exit polls. Like when you come out of that movie, they ask you right then and there. There is no, I mean, it's as foolproof as you can get, unless, you know, people don't give you what they actually think of it. Okay, so The Force Awakens had a user rating of 90%, or an audience score of 90%, 4.5 stars. Rogue One, 91%, 4.5 stars. The Last Jedi, 89%, 5 stars.
Which I feel like 5 stars is a little high considering it only got 89%.
Yeah, but I'm betting that it averaged enough over 4.5 that it rounded up to 5.
All right.
Okay, so then that brings us to the next thing. Essentially, people are coming out, there's one in particular, a Facebook user, that is claiming to have created bot accounts to bring down the user rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
And according to the article, he only did this because he was upset about the fan and critic reviews of the Justice League.
Yeah, it was basically his... it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, but I guess it's his resistance to the site. In other words, that, they can't be counted on or whatever.
Yes, but this goes back to my whole thing about people who don't think for themselves. If you need a website to tell you that a movie is good, you've got a problem. If you need a website to tell you what your child should and shouldn't see, you've got a problem. That's why it's called parental guidance. You're supposed to make a decision for yourself whether or not this is appropriate or whether or not you want to see it. I don't need Rotten Tomatoes to tell me if a movie is good or not. I'm still going to watch it because I judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
I watch the trailer, I decide if I'm going to see it, I go see it.
Yeah, and typically, even if we see a movie that's like Justice League, for instance, it had that tomato score that was horrible. We're like, screw that. We're going to go see it. It looks good.
Bat flag.
Okay, so moving on, we now know a little more about the box office. Since it's been a complete weekend, it did very well, which I guess people were not
Expecting.
No, they weren't
Deterred by the numbers.
They were not deterred by the user ratings on I was going to call it Tomato Meter. On Rotten Tomatoes. The Force Awakens, we'll start off with the previous box office numbers. The Force Awakens made $248 million domestically, $529 million worldwide. Rogue One made $155 million domestically and $290 million worldwide. Now, The Last Jedi worldwide does not include China. I guess it hasn't premiered there yet. But anyways, the numbers domestically are 220 million and then 450 million worldwide.
A lot of people.
Yeah. So this franchise is in no danger of stopping.
Well, simply saying, even if it was or was not showing in China, it still made a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm very disgruntled with people.
Honestly, though, I think after this movie, the third one may be more anticipated because of some of the things that they did.
It's like all of them. The Revenge of the Sith made more than the other two.
Yeah, but everybody wanted to see, because everybody knew what was coming, and they wanted to see it, because I actually did see that one.
Return of the Jedi? That one was highly anticipated because we got the conclusion of, Luke, I am your father.
Yeah, because everybody was like, wait, what? Where are they going with that?
So, all of those movies made more money because people wanted to see them.
Yeah.
It's just, I just don't understand people. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Oh, but I was referencing Revenge of the Sith.
Yes, I understand that. But what I'm saying is the third one is always the one people look forward to because it has some kind of climactic conclusion for us.
Yes, and they've already proposed to us, or they've already let us know that this is the conclusion of a trilogy.
Yes.
Like, the next trilogy may not hit on the same things. Like, they've even mentioned that it may be about the Old Republic.
Yes.
Which is basically a prequel to the prequel.
I don't feel like that has anything to do, though, with the setup from the conclusion of this trilogy.
Oh, yeah, no, that's what... Because I was basically saying, though, from the things that they did in The Last Jedi, I feel like they build up enough anticipation to really have that build for the conclusion of this trilogy.
Well, we have a good selection of characters.
Yes.
You really don't know where this is going. You don't know who's going to get what. You don't know who's going to end up with who. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have no idea what's happening. And I think that's part of people's issue. They're not able to guess what the next turn is. You know, like we said before, people want to be right. Like with Game of Thrones. You want to say that the Ice King is this and that and whatever, but you all know when we were all like, oh shit, like this is going down, you know?
We had those moments in The Last Jedi.
For real.
Okay, but moving forward, we now have the Han Solo movie to look forward to. Aptly named Solo, with its working title of Red Cup.
Red Solo Cup, I fill you up. Let's have a party. Oh, Toby Keith. Okay, anyway, moving on.
And just for some laughable facts, I guess, other working titles were Space Bear for The Last Jedi, Los Alamos for Rogue One.
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't understand this. Yeah, the Los
Yeah.
Alamos. Yeah, I don't understand this one though. It was Foodles and it wasn't one title. It was Foodles, and then at another point it was called Avco, The Force Awakens. I have no idea what that means.
Who knows?
Okay, then for Revenge of the Sith, it was called The Bridge.
Makes sense because it was the bridge between the prequels and the original trilogy.
Yeah. Attack of the Clones was Jar Jar's Big Adventure or Jar Jar's Great Adventure.
Makes sense because he was the biggest part of that movie.
Yeah, I think it should be big though because it wasn't great. Phantom Menace was The Beginning, The Dollhouse. I have no idea what that was about either.
No, because Padme changed clothes so many times.
Dollhouse?
Like she was like a little China doll. She just kept changing her clothes every 10 minutes. She was like a different person. That makes total sense. I like that.
Okay, that makes more sense now. Okay, Return of the Jedi. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go to the original. Star Wars was called Adventures of the Star Killer, Episode 1, The Star Wars. And you know what's funny about that? I don't think that was really the working title. That was the title.
Skywalker was supposed to be Star Killer.
Yeah, like I think that was the name of the movie.
Didn't you tell me that
originally.
Spielberg was the one that talked Lucas out of... No, Spielberg talked him out of Laser Sword. Never mind.
No, he talked him into doing the crawl. Oh no, I'm sorry, that wasn't him. He was part of a group, and in that group of directors, he was asking everybody about the movie. Spielberg was like, "Oh my God, this is great. You know, this is gonna be a hit. This and that." And there was another guy. He was essentially like, "Dude, I don't get it. This sucks. Like, I don't get it. Like, what is this and what is this?" Like, so that's where they actually came up with the idea to do the crawl to introduce it.
Yeah, because you started on
Because
episode 4.
I know it's like and that was the point. It was like I don't know, like you're just throwing me into this, and I don't know what's happening.
Yes, but I'm pretty sure I read a
So-
report though that Spielberg told him that Laser Sword was dumb, and that's how we got lightsaber.
Well, I like
Laser
lightsabers.
sword.
We can go back to Kyle Hill, and he'll tell you that laser sword is not possible.
Nerdist.
Okay, and I think this next one, Empire Strikes Back, kind of proves that was the original title for Star Wars, because the next working title was, they didn't have one. It was just Empire Strikes Back. And then Return of the Jedi was Blue Harvest.
All right. No, I don't
You get that one? I don't either.
Because his lightsaber's blue?
I get it.
Blue Harvest. I have to look that up. Either way, people, you need to go see this movie. Take your kids, take your wives, take your girlfriends. Go see The Last Jedi. You know what you should do? You should come over to my house because I have all of them. We can binge watch everything from the episode 1 through episode 7, including Rogue One between prequels and the originals. And then we can go see The Last Jedi.
Can we start at midnight?
Yeah, we would have to. They're like 2 hours each, and that's like 14
Because-
hours of movies. 18.
Because we'll start at episode 1 at midnight. I'll sleep through all 3 of them.
I hate you.
And then it'll be morning when I can wake up
There's a
normal.
special place in a burning fire for you.
Yeah, it's called heaven.
I think you went the wrong direction.
No. Fire's good.
My mom says it's more fun.
Like playing hot potato. For the rest of your life.
Well, that's all, folks. Thank you so much for stopping by and letting us fill your head with this useless information.
Oh yeah, cram that shit in there.
You can check us out on our website at mushyhead.com for a complete list of links as well as fun and interesting factoids. And don't forget to subscribe to our podcast. Until next week, vote for Pedro.
Yeah, I built you a cake or something.
My lips hurt real bad.
Napoleon, give me some of your tots.
Don't be jealous. I've been chatting online with hot babes all day. You know I'm training to be a cage fighter.
Oh dear Lord.